Busia yencha na yama wakwaba famla Nungwa Palace. Ene ye hwe ne mu se abusia pani kofusu aka Tupac former abusia pani ye hwe ne mu se obeba bepiem e Nungwa Chief Palace ya na afin so omotimi atoto na no na de a wakoye ade a waye nyina no omotimi enya konya atoto na no adekode airport ya oye ntino mpenfo na enya konya atrase yebeko na de tue mu biara yakwa akopie yakwa konya etie abusia asem ni de nya agita o agita esanze abusia pani Tupac kofiusu former abusia pani kofiusu ase oyama nani ata nani nto ene obeba anase onya konya ma yenko na yenkotie empenefo na ndumudie nsem a to akoso wohwe ayemfo ni nyina etimi atrase enti video no obehu se Tupac aba anase wentimi ama ensem de ebi wo video nim tinya pede na afenso yentimi emfa nkomo no emedan ade ba ko ebesra so be subscribe channel no edi aman na channel no etimi egro MNB Express Logistics say en kancho say edutama e wose woto cars ya e4 pa wo wiase Ghana no cars no boarding pa o hwe MNB o mu bezi wo Canada e na akọ Canada nso a e ho cars ne e4 papa ebusuan e4 sikana de beto Ghana de beto Canada de no 2 3 4 5 nti ebusuan umpewe na pedai yenko tie nkomo no
senotalo maji acheme Gborbu Wulomor shini wota ebi ene wota shin kusuna mo ikomeke ba atashin ake gwabo ni kusun feloy ke ogain amametami wo shini wota mo krede wosmo wokejipo bona fe ni wo wolo malo ke meni amehu amesumo ameke mo amaje manse amehu amena mo kona ameke ya ni bi piete no keje shini wota ke chonhie shike wo be ko ehi kunu wacha wonu chumo no. Briefly, I announced to the leadership. When I say leadership, I'm talking about the traditional leadership. We are sitting not only as Nungwa, but we have leadership covering the entire Gadangbe. So you must know that this very sitting is not just Nungwa, but we are representing the entire Ga and the Dangbe. We have information coming from various angles. And information coming from various angles, people are alleging that cows and cattle and whatever had been given to the traditional leaders of Nungwa. Some are also alleging that monies have been given to Nungwa concerning this very matter of the burial of Daddy Lumba in the soil of Nungwa. We are saying that you, the pressmen or the media, some people describe you as bloggers. We don't know of all these terms. But what we are saying is that nothing like the family of Daddy Lumba has donated anything like cows and bulls and whatever. Nothing has been done. We haven't seen them yet. And this is what we are putting across so that you can tap this very information and then give it out. Then number two, somebody also was heard saying that it is legal for a dead body to be buried in his or her own home. This is also trending. We want to tell you that there is nothing like that, and the Gadangbe doesn't take it in. For a person, like I said the other day, for a person to be buried in his home, that person must be of royalty. And that person again should have this kind of burial when the entire stool has agreed that this very royal must be buried in his home. If you are a royal and you come from another tribe different from the Dangbe, your royalty limits you to where you come from. But coming to Dangbe, don't think that you share the same position with the people of Dangbe. You are limited with your royalty to the town or the country that you come from. If you are a royal in your area of sojourning, you cannot be allowed in the land of Gadangbe to be buried in your home. If you come from Luanda, go to Luanda and let your body be there. If you want to remain here among the Gadangbe, we have a cemetery for you to go there. This is how it is with royalty and matters pertaining to royalty. Number 3, we also heard of a lady. She has a Fia and a German name. I don't know who she is. And she has really given out words of insult to the Gadangbe people. When we finish with this very matter, we will look for where this lady resides and we'll have a very good words to be given to her. If you have something, is she a German? No. She's not a German. Okay. So matters are here. We want to tell you, press, media, and friends, that because of all these rumors going on, we are sorry to tell you that what we intend doing today, we have postponed it so that we address the allegations that people have forced on Nungwa and the Gadangbe. We will address that first. And after we have done with that, we shall give you a new date so that you come over and then you come to witness what we shall do regarding the illegal burial of Daddy Lumba in the soil of Nungwa. It is not permissible. That very body must be exhumed and the place for it must be taken to. So we are sorry. The intended meeting that we wanted you to come and cover will not come on. Like I said, all the allegations that we have intercepted, both by the press, the print, and the electronic media, and then what you call, we don't know, you said what? You call yourself blockers and whatever. All the allegations that have come up, we are tapping and then see to dismiss all. Like I said, after those have been dismissed, then we can invite you to come and then cover what we are going to sit down with and you put it on the air. So thank you very much for coming over in your numbers. Thank you very much for giving us this respect of your invitation. Thank you again very much. We like you, we love you, we appreciate the work that you are doing. And again, try next time, those of you who cannot speak the Ga language, and learn the Ga language. But our problem again is that sometimes when you are taking pictures, don't limit your pictures on the one speaking. Try to spread out and then cover the faces of the team that has come to meet you. So please don't limit your focus on the one talking because there are personalities sitting here. Please spread out and then cover them too and what capturing you are here to take. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nana, please, we would like to ask 1 or 2 questions.
Bring that.
Thank you very much. Please. Please.
I'm taking only 5 questions.
Okay. I have 3.
No, you cannot have 3. I'm taking only 5. So you take 1 and then.
Okay. Please, I would like to know if you want to bury your relative in your home in Accra here, what is the right procedure to follow? And moreover, there is an allegation from the PRO of Daddy Lumba that he has given money to the royals here, but they don't want to declare it. Please, how true is it?
Who said that?
The PRO of
Abusuapenyi.
Daddy Lumba's family head.
Let's have the clarification.
Okay.
The Abusuapenyi we had here, that has been taken off the Abusuapenyi position, is the one you are talking about?
Yes, please.
And his PRO. This is the press. This is the press. So it will be very fine if you can mention the name of this very PRO so that the press can capture.
Mr. Ebenezer.
The press, we want you to capture that. That is number 1. And then adding 2, we are going to say that this very person, legally, we will take him on. And we want the press to capture these 2. Because the one who accepted the money and to whom the money was given to, he must identify. And we go forward with that. Then again, you are asking how royals are buried in their home.
Or a family member who died and have a house in Accra here, and you want to bury the person in the person's house. What is the right procedure to follow?
Thank you very much. We have some people that stay completely out of the statutes of this country. Somebody like a Wulomor. The Wulomor is not under the chieftaincy, whatever. So the statutes of the chieftaincy doesn't cover the Wulomor. The chieftaincy covers chiefs, but not Wulomor. So when a Wulomor dies, there is a place for the Wulomor to be put. Not in his house where he stays, but royalty has places for them. Number 2, if the chief who organizes themselves at the regional house of chiefs, national house of chiefs, they are quasi-government institutions. So if a chief belongs to a regional house of chiefs or a national house of chiefs, whatever, they are under government. So what must first be sought for is a certificate from the Environmental Protection Agency, because the person that has died might have illness or some diseases on him before he died. And so if he were to be buried, or he is to be buried in his home, such things must be put into place. That is number 1. Number 2, that very person must be given a burial certificate to indicate that the place he is to be buried is known to the health administration. Then number 3, if one is to be buried in his home or house, he must belong to the royal family. If you are just ordinary, we don't permit it. If somebody is to be buried in his home and that has to be accepted, then that person might have done something very special for the Ga and the Dangme people, or the Ga and the Dangme land. Without these things that I have raised, you are not permitted to be buried in your house. So every burial must have Environmental Protection Agency certificate. Because when we die and we are put in the soil, water can drip out of the body, and this water can disturb, other, systems around. So I'll finish with your point. And then traditionally, some customary rites have to be performed. you might heard, you the young ones, about when somebody dies, he is led or he is followed by 3 spirits: the ghost, and then we have something we call utofo. Okay? And number 3 is that the person's own spirit that can easily possess someone. So when one is to be buried in the house, set customs would have to be performed so that these 3 spirits will be moved out of the premises. Have you heard that there are some houses people cannot live in them before?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these things can lead to that. So the next question.
Please, what is the consequence if failure to do all this that you said, according to tradition?
We leave that and we will tell about that later, because there are a lot to be done after this very meeting. You understand? We haven't met those we want to meet, so we cannot go deeper into that. Yes, next question. Any other question?
Yes, please. Please, this is my humble question.
I gave you just one, and you added A, B, C. Okay, bring that and let's see.
The elders made us know that if you don't understand anything, we should ask. And please, I'm asking, when we came, we were asked not to enter here with black attire or a hair without a scarf on like my own. Please, can you explain it further to us? Because our next meeting, if we are to meet the elders, we will know what to do.
There is a Wulomor here. He is in white. There is a personality closer to Wulomor. He is in white. Okay? And so this very premises is the citadel of custom and tradition. And we have to let all of you understand, inside Nungwa, we do not do culture. If you have a tradition, and I have a tradition, but you allow your tradition to be influenced by me, my tradition, entering into yours, then can't you see that I have destroyed your tradition? It's just like, I'm making an example. We have tradition here, and some people brought their tradition. They entered into our tradition and told us that before we could go to heaven, unless they call us Memuna, Aminatu, Abudulai, and we accepted that. We were here. When another tradition came, they said, unless you go to heaven, your name must be changed to Ebenezer and John and Mary. And so, you see, this time in this area and in the era in which we are, people give birth. Instead of outdooring, they take the baby to a church. They take the baby to a malam. That is not our tradition. Those practicing such acts are practicing culture. But if you give birth and you are an African, there is a way of naming your child. So all around us, people are practicing culture. And most people do not know the difference between culture and tradition. Nungwa practices tradition. So covering your hair, maybe you have a rasta. You have to cover it. Because this place, what we call the Rasta people, are displaying. We have what we describe, Efe Eyiting Pesem, and the Wulomor is the head of those who do the real Pesem. So when you bring yours in, are you to be called a Wonche? Do you know Wonche? What is Wonche? Konfo. So you came here as Konfo. You are not Konfo, so cover yours. Yours is not permitted. Then again, black attire. Anything black by tradition is of no good omen. So don't put on black to this place, because honestly, it is something that is dirty coming closer to a Wulomor who displays white. That is why we say we don't want the black to come in here.
So, we were told that the champagne will show up here today. We want to find out what the update is on.
Yes, all we are saying, rumors that have been on air, both in the print and electronic media, we want to clear all those allegations, and then we shall have the free environment to meet them and again to go on with what we intended doing. That was why we said we are postponing the exercise for today. And then when we clear those allegations, because somebody from Nungwa has also said that it is permissible to bury a dead. He says he's a secretary of the Nungwa stool and all that. We have to clear all those things. And then we shall have a very clean atmosphere for this very meeting of which you are here.
A follow-up. Now he's been demoted as the champagne.
We don't know. We don't belong to that area, so we don't know.
Dealing with him as the one who, supervised the burial of Daddy Lumba.
We are not dealing with Ebusuya Penny. We are talking about the Ebusuya. Whether he is demoted, there is still Ebusuya. Whether he is installed, there is still Ebusuya. So we are talking about the Ebusuya.
Thank you very much.
So